Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the GCMA Partnership Network. My name is Darren Wood, the Partnerships Manager. I'm delighted today to be introducing a new partner to the network in Go Zero Charge, an EV charge company. So firstly, I'd just like to introduce two gentlemen on the screen today, both called Dan, and both with a surname starting with B, so I can't call one Dan B and one Dan somebody else. So firstly, let's introduce Dan Butcher, one of the investors from Go Zero Charge. Welcome, Dan.
Hi, Darren. Thanks for having us today. It's very good to meet you. It is going to be very confusing with so many Dans.
I'm sure we will work it out. And we've got Dan Bradbury as well, DP World Tour golfer, winner of the 2022 Joburg Open, and all-round good guy, from what I gather. So, Dan, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Look forward to this partnership.
Great stuff. So good to have you on board with us. I know you're going to be a great ambassador for the brand. So we'll get into the nitty-gritty about why we're working with Go Zero Charge and how it's going to benefit our GCMA members. So I first came across Go Zero Charge through Dan Bradbury, who was posting some things to his Instagram account that I follow because I'm an avid golfer and always battle away with my own golf and love to follow everything golf related on TV. And I realized he was working with this company who was supporting him in his career as a golf club professional. Sorry, not a golf club, but a golf touring professional. And then I decided to research it because the GCMA members were looking for a sustainable solution to EV charging at golf clubs. And it seemed like a really great fit. So one thing after another, a few conversations, and here we are working together for the benefit of golf and to make sure that we've got some really great solutions. So Dan Butcher, over to you. What Zero Golf Charge?
Well, we are the first EV charging business to offer a little bit of a different approach to EV charging. I think one of the things I often hear about EV car drivers is battery anxiety when they're going on long journeys or worried about how much charge they've got in their car, and so we sort of try and fix the problems that exist. And one of those would be if you're going on a long journey, you want to be able to assure yourself that you're going to reach your destination. And so we thought that actually being able to reserve an EV charger would be a big tick in the right box. So we are the first EV charge business to offer reservable chargers. So you identify the charger at your location, you pre-book that charger at an allocated time, and you know that charger is going to be there and waiting for you on arrival. But the key benefit for a commercial owner of that charger is that they're the ones that retain the revenue from people using those chargers. So being an avid golfer myself, a very key target for us from the outset was to look at destinations where you are parked for a long time. And clearly when you're going to play a round of golf, you're going to be in that car park for 4 or 5 hours. And so it's an ideal target market for us. And to have the ability to know that you're going to play a round of golf and your tee time's 10 o'clock in the morning, and you can pre-book that charger for your arrival time, know that you're going to be returning to your car fully charged when you've finished your round of golf. That's a big plus for the golfer. The big plus for the golf club is that they are going to be receiving 100% of their revenue from that charger being used throughout the day. So it's a win-win for the golf club and the golfer, as it were.
Yeah, absolutely. I think creating that additional new revenue stream for golf clubs is something that they're really keen on exploring outside of the traditional of golf, tee times, F&B, whatever it may be that we associate with golf. So looking outside of the box now, looking at new technologies and some of the other options when it comes to revenue streams at golf clubs, I think this is something that is really picking up pace now. amongst golf clubs that can facilitate the infrastructure for it as well, which I'm sure you've got some ideas on as well. But I think to create a destination of a golf club where people can not only play golf, that they can, charge the car, they can even come to have lunch if it's a business meeting, use it as a destination rather than often like some of us do. I certainly do. I go into Costa Coffee and plug my laptop in, use the Wi-Fi. We should be using somebody's electricity like we use somebody's Wi-Fi. So we're going to turn up to the golf club, put some money behind the bar in a traditional revenue stream in food and beverage, but also we're topping up our vehicles at the same time, ready to go to the next meeting or after the game of golf, whatever it may be.
When you turn up at a golf club and there's no Wi-Fi, there's nothing more irritating. And I think we're sort of approaching a time in life now where EV drivers turning up at a golf course where there's no EV chargers is just as frustrating. So it really is the perfect destination to have chargers available.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you seeing out on the DP World Tour, Dan? Are you seeing the tour making more strides into that sustainable area? I mean, we obviously see it as viewers on TV with some of the branding, but it seems like they're really pushing it from a tournament perspective now.
Definitely. A few weeks ago at the BMW PGA, there was a big push on the Green Drive, which is their sustainability initiative. But just in general, from week to week, they are being a lot more aware of what they're doing. They're really making efforts. I mean, as a professional golfer, and a tour, we do a lot of traveling. And obviously you can't get around the flying aspect of it, and all of that. But when we arrive at the tournaments, all of the courtesy cars that get put on now by BMW, they're all the new iXs, all the electric vehicles. Porsche, if it's not BMW, it's often Porsches. They're all electric vehicles as well. So yeah, the tour is heading in that direction. And yeah, every tour venue now, I mean, it's like Dan said, every tour venue has 10, 15, 20 chargers. Yeah. They have to, obviously, to have these electric cars as shuttles, but it's needed now at golf courses.
Yeah, definitely. I think just touching back on the Go Zero charge option, I think one of the things that really impressed me when I was looking for a solution to put in front of our members was the technology that you touched on as well, and being able to reserve the charges. I know one of the things that was mentioned to me a little earlier on in the conversations was the ability for Go Zero Charge to check on the health of the charges off site, so they would effectively know if there was an issue before the actual golf club would. So effectively, we're trying to remove any obstacle to that revenue stream by keeping the charges working and available at all times. So I think that again is something that came across to me as quite unique. From some of the other companies that I've spoken to.
Yeah, it is. So we have what we like to term as a heartbeat, where we actively monitor every single charger that we have out there every 60 seconds, and it will tell us if a charger is down, and it can be obviously remotely fixed very, very quickly. And again, that comes back to my point earlier. We look for problems and try to fix them, and an awful lot of press was out there saying that there's not enough chargers, first of all, and many of the chargers out there frequently aren't working. So we wanted to develop this technology that told us within a 60-second period if any of our chargers were down, so that they could be fixed immediately. And yeah, there's many sort of ways that we are different to other providers, but when you look at golf clubs specifically for this purpose, other providers will come along to a golf club and say, we'll install 15 chargers in your car park, it won't cost you a penny, and tie them in for 15 years. But that company, the EV charging company, is earning 100% of the income from those chargers. And again, we wanted to be different and say, look, we'll install these chargers in your car park, but the difference is you will be taking all of the revenue. We take 5 pence per kilowatt. You set the tariff, and we can go a step further in that a golf club can set various tariffs for various chargers. They can for their staff or gold members or whatever, they can give out the charging for free if they choose to do so, or they can set a charge whatever they choose and retain all of that income. And over a period, that works out a substantial amount of money. I can give you one example. One of the golf clubs I play at, they are keen to have 25 chargers in their car park, and we've looked at the model, and I think we've worked out that if those 25 chargers are used on average of 3 hours a day, that golf club will have £1.8 million of additional income over that period that we looked at for the club having the chargers. So it's not a small amount of money that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's obviously serious money to have, 25 charges on there, and to see that kind of income through that revenue stream. And I think one of the key factors for me that I think golf club managers will really embrace is that control element, that they're in complete control of the profits that are coming in. They can set the rates, and as you say, they can even set it to be free if they wanted to. So they could attract certain events there if they wanted to promote some free charging. So I think giving the golf clubs control over the revenue stream, I think is a key aspect of it. So I think that's something that they'll really appreciate by engaging with some of you guys.
I couldn't agree more.
Okay, guys, just to kind of wrap up our initial conversations here, I know our members are going to be hearing a lot more about Go Zero Charge over the coming weeks and months. I think a couple of things that have really kind of stuck in my mind from the conversation so far has been the fact that very soon we will be viewing EV charging like we view Wi-Fi at golf clubs. So it will be asking now what is the Wi-Fi code whenever we go somewhere new, and we'll start very soon asking, does our destination have EV charging? And golf clubs are very much a destination that we're going to. So that's something I think is going to really pick up pace in the next couple of months. So that's fantastic. And the ability to be able to reserve the charges in advance, I think again stands this company, this product, this technology out from some of the others, because it removes that fear. If you are moving from destination to destination, you want to make sure that you've got a charger in between when you're booking it. I know some of our own GCMA staff at HQ drive electric cars, and they very much meticulously plan their journeys, but aren't able to reserve those charges. They just know where they are on their route. So I think being able to reserve it, I think, is a really key benefit of being a customer of yours. So that's fantastic. And to wrap it up again, we are going to be seeing you guys very soon in person at the GCMA National Conference, which is at Hinckley Island on the 12th to the 15th of November, where you'll be exhibiting along with all our other partners and some non-partners there as well. So all our members are invited along to Hinckley Island to come and see you in person, have a chat, learn a little bit more about the technology, and see how it could benefit their golf club in creating that extra revenue stream. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys there. And Dan, we're wishing you every luck this week in St Andrews. I know off air we were just discussing the weather, as you always do whenever anybody's in Scotland, because you never know what you're going to get. But the Dunhill Links is notorious for having at least one bad weather day while you're there. So all the best to you this week.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it looks like we might have 3 bad days, but we'll see. We'll see. It's the same for everyone.
It's the same for everyone, yeah. Carnoustie, as we said, is not a great, not an easy course to navigate even on the best of days, but I'm sure you'll do great.
Thank you.
So if everybody wants to check out our GCMA website, if you go to our partnership pages, you will find Go Zero Charge, a little bit more information about them and how you can get in touch with them. So for today, both Dans, thank you very much for joining us and introducing your brand and EV charging to our membership. And we'll look forward to seeing you at Hinckley Island and across our channels very soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Darren. We're very pleased to work with you.